What? 280.
Watch out. Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Play out. Bam.
Throwing on second down. Wilson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. 8, read.
54.
80 weapons. Get it.
Manning now on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hatchet. Check 31, check 31. Begin.
Let's go.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Manning. Found his target. It's Anderson. 30. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely, essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run with Pumphrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
14. Go down.
I'm coming after you.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had the game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning dumps it off to Mixon. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Chopper! Look at me! Door!
Check.
Ready?
Shotgun now for Manning. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Fine, 90.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Play out, play out. Play out. Hold up. Cut.
Let's go, right here.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Alert. Check.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
And the Saints 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 8 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
Check 26.
Kill.
Hey, 0.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Recon, 132 fighter.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Being chased out left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Mixon with a first down carry. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker with the extra point. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Hey, 0-0-0.
We got 4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Wilson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He wasn't ready.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pull it high. Get it.
Now Manning. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Manning. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly. Get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. Caught. It's Wilson. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Go, Mike. 14.
Watch the screen. Watch the eye. 36. Kill. Turn it.
Look.
Turn it. 25. Check 25.
Now Wilson. And Wilson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. They'll run here with Pumphrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Allen's got it complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Undercross, undercross, undercross.
Check 50, check 50. Check.
Show it up. Check, crouch, crouch, crouch.
To throw again. Wilson forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Watch the safety creep. Hayward.
36 power.
Watch the ship.
Alert. Good guys, 4 down.
Be ready. Check 9. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Again, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, fellas.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
He's got a man, complete. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Play action. Now Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
He's coming.
Hey, 0-0-0. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 20. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Watch tight end. Move. Tight end right.
Hey, 0-0-0.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd and 12, Manning, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Caught by Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the whip.
Get it.
On first down, Manning to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Recon, 132 fighter, 30 base.
Back. Shift. Hey, check 24.
Hard.
Jumper.
On third down, Mixon. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down.
General West.
They do go for it. It's Manning. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. That one good for third. At a Denver first down.
Here we go.
13 yards on the play. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Pull it high.
Check 31.
Hey, wahoo. Five.
To throw, it's Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's Mixon on the counter. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Manning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Sterling. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Once again, they run with Mixon. This will go for 5 up to the 33. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Manning. Found his target, it's Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Saints first down.
Check.
On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Wilson to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On first down, Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Saints' 31-yard line.
Go now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 4. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch.
49, check 49, check 49. Check 3.
Again, it's Mixon.
Go.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Mike 20. 3 bud. Jack. Jim.
22 jet bomber.
Back to Mixon on first down. Chris Jones on the stop. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run here with Mixon. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Down. 18 games. Hey, lock it.
Wide. Get wide. Hey, look 3.
5.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.